I'm a little late to this party, but I have discovered the guessing online game called Akinator.
Oh.
Have you heard of Akinator?
No.
Well, I'm going to share screen with Akinator, because what Akinator is, and I've seen similar things, but essentially I think the idea is it's a game where it can guess anything. It can guess any character, animal, or object that you come up with by answering a series of questions.
Okay.
So, I'm thinking, can we get him to guess Azazel?
Oh, I mean, look at that face. He looks pretty confident.
He looks pretty sure of himself, but he does animate differently depending on how well it's going.
Ooh,
now that,
all right.
His opening gambit is quite...
Okay, last I checked,
Is your character from Dance Moms? No.
No, not that I'm aware of, I guess. I can't say no with a total certainty, I suppose.
Is your character real? I hope not.
Yeah.
Depends on your faith.
Yeah.
Now, does your character wear clothes?
Ooh, tough. Yeah, I'd say yes, because obviously via other bodies.
He wears other people as clothes.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Is your character's gender female? Usually not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true. So, yeah.
Probably not, or...
Oh, yeah, because this might throw the guy.
Kinda. Yeah, I think we should say no, because he's generally male.
Yeah.
Okay, is your character from anime? No. There's no fallen anime yet.
Yet.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Yes, he's been in a movie.
All right, here we go.
Has your character been in a superhero movie? I mean, Denzel's pretty special.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a Superman. He's not animated.
No.
He's sometimes a teenager, but generally he's thousands of years old.
Yep.
Yes, he's bad.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Come on, guy. Any second now. I would call Fallen a bit of a horror film.
I think so.
Yeah. No, he's not a clown. I see where you're going with that.
First thing after a horror film, is he a clown?
But is he a clown? Can I eliminate all my clowns?
Greatest fear.
Can you guess who? Is he a scary clown? Jesus, Billy. Now, does your character wear a mask? He kind of wears faces as masks. But...
Yeah, I feel like the concentration on that guessing man's face to me thinks he's thinking
right.
like mask, like a thing you'd put onto your face.
Yeah, let's put no. Does your character have hair? Yes, most of the time.
Most of the time.
No, he's not in the title of the film. It's not Azazel, a Fallen story.
No.
Although he is the titular Fallen, I assume.
Yes, true.
I don't believe he's in a novel. No, he's an ancient demon, but he does... Is he little? I don't think he's little. It'd be great if every time we cut to the POV of him sucking out, it's actually just a little demon going...
So small.
So embarrassing for him.
So embarrassing.
I'm going to say no.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes he wears jeans.
This is totally going to throw it just all the times that we've occasionally gone, yeah.
I'm going to put don't know. Not a vampire.
Oh, okay. No, okay.
Don't think it's been into outer space.
Don't think so. I guess we don't know, but let's say no.
It'd be crazy if we went up there and then came back. Does he live in a cave? Maybe for a while, but probably not. Probably not. No, he doesn't live in a cave. Yes, he speaks. Is he from a video game? No. Look how concentrated the guy's getting.
Yeah.
Does he often wear a hat? I don't
think so.
You'd be hard pressed to say he often wears a hat.
Yeah, I feel like one of the characters has a hat, but that's...
He's honing in on Buffalo Bill now. He's asking about female clothing.
Oh, yeah, you're
sometimes,
so right. He is.
Probably. No, it's not Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show. Nobody.
Good try. Look at the confidence on that face. He thinks he's right.
First question after that, though. Is your character a demon?
Yes.
He sure is, right?
Yes.
I think so. Who are TV's here?
No.
Does he have 10,000 followers? I mean...
How does... I don't know. Probably. Maybe.
On Instagram, no. In, creepy church, maybe.
Satanists? Yeah, I don't know. Some.
You're asking about the female clothing again, buddy, and this time I do want to say no, but he does sometimes, so Shall we try yes and see where we go?
Yeah.
No, your character's not a nun.
No.
Adult man?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
a lot of the
so.
time. Again, not entirely.
If adult is 18 plus.
Yeah. True.
Is your character linked with hospitals? No.
No. Where is he going with that?
Can your character enter dreams? You're thinking of Freddy. No, he can't. He is kind of a ghost. He's a bit of a ghost.
It's kind of, I guess yeah.
What, do you hate your character?
What?
Oh, that's a strong word. Well, he's a bad dude. He does some bad things, but hate?
I mean, don't know. I guess.
Probably?
I mean, I guess, no, probably is probably the correct one, yeah.
Is your character as pale as snow?
Oh. I mean, no.
I mean, so pale that he's invisible.
Yeah. He's transparent.
It's a character from Ghostbusters.
Oh, I see.
How would you bust this ghost? We're gonna have to kill him, Ray, and then try and get him when he's leaving the corporeal body. He does tell some. He sings songs more than anything else. I don't know if he tells stories. Oh God, I don't know how to answer that one. Yeah, he tells some stories.
I guess. Yeah,
a little bit. No, he wasn't famous thanks to a musical.
Has he forgotten we said horror? Come on.
Is he from Byzantine? I don't know if that gets said.
I don't think it's
horror, didn't we?
Yeah.
I don't think it's Byzantine.
No.
Because he's an angel.
He's from the sky. Is your character Indian? No.
I know. No, not cinematic trilogy. I don't know if he's going to get it.
I feel like... Oh, here we go. The concentration has increased.
No, he's so scary now.
Yeah.
Is he a snooker player?
Oh, last I checked,
Are you getting
no.
out? I have no idea where you are, buddy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to the... Yeah, here we go.
Okay, first question, is your character a demon? Second question, is he on CBeebies, the children's television show in the UK?
Wow.
He's not. Does your character have authority on you? On me personally?
Not on us.
No, I think I can do what I want. No, he's not reddish.
Reddish?
He doesn't.
What?
He doesn't have a pig nose.
Where's he going with this?
The Conjuring 2 Bill Wilkins. One of the ghosts for The Conjuring. I think it's safe to say that he has not got it. Now, is it one of these things that he was close to?
Okay.
No.
I mean, what's the closest?
No. My character is not on the list.
Okay.
Name Azazel. We can teach him at least.
Yeah, that's true.
There he is. He did have him in his databanks.
Intriguing. Does it tell you what questions you have to
would have led to him?
Yeah. Like which
It unfortunately
one?
doesn't.
Bravo,
you have defeated me. Well, there you go.
What?
Will you win again, Azazel?
Azazel wins.
Hello and welcome to the podcast that's on everyone's side. Oh yes, it is. I'm Paul Zazel, and I am joined by the inimitable, intangible, inconceivable Nell Heald.
Nell Zazel.
Nell Zazel.
Yes.
And I'm free. Free fallen. That's been my whole week.
Yes. That I enjoy.
I thought you might.
Yeah, that was good. I think we should stop now. We can finish.
Wait, we're there. It's Gregory Hoblet's 1998 thriller Fallen.
Detective John Hobbs wants to uncover the truth.
What does Azazel mean? Now, my dictionary says that evil spirit of the wilderness.
Walk away, Mr. Hobbs.
But nothing in this world is on my side. Can help him solve this case.
There are angels. Some of these angels were cast down, and a few of the fallen were punished by being deprived of form.
Come on, get out of here.
And each touch
And at the execution, did he try and touch you?
Yeah, he did, actually.
passes the soul of a killer into someone new.
Well, I believe what I see, and I'm still trying to get my mind around what I just saw.
Some things, pal, you shouldn't know.
I know you, Hobbs.
Put the gun down.
I know who you are.
Put the gun down!
Time is on my side.
Fallen.
Little Hoblet. Okay, I really need you to strike the set now because I think we're done. Okay, buddy.
All right, little Hoblet. Oh.
Little Hoblet. The whole cast is trying to suppress. He is actually a pixie, and the whole cast is trying to suppress how cute they find him. Hey, cat. Oh, God. Fallen comes care of screenwriter Nicholas Kazan, the son of Elia Kazan, the legendary filmmaker responsible for On the Waterfront, A Face in the Crowd, and East of Eden. Nicholas, meanwhile, has written Matilda, the 90s one, and Bicentennial Man.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah,
Okay.
chip off the old block.
Yeah.
I can see Marlon Brando of playing the Danny DeVito character in
Yeah.
Matilda.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Daddy, I want to go to school. Gonna me like this. What have I done? Such an impetuous daughter. The film is directed by Gregory Bobbitt Hobbit. Sorry, I wrote that.
Gregory Bobbitt Hobbit.
The film is directed by Gregory Bobbitt Hoblet.
That's a good name. I think we should stick
I made
with
one. It is. I made one of those names up. The rest are all for real. He made a name for himself with Primal Fear. Did you ever see such a thing?
Yes.
Yes.
I really, really like that film. Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I think it's quite a prefigurer to the kind of twisty, kind of
Yes.
mind-bendy thrillers of the noughties,
Yep.
like Memento and such. Because, yeah, you did have in the mid-90s a little spike with like The Usual Suspects and things like Primal Fear.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so good. I remember seeing that. It was kind of like the same vibe when I watched Usual Suspects. I went, at the end.
Yeah,
Like it had that
big
same
twists.
Get out!
No.
No, you won
Well,
me
this
over. I hate you.
Damn it. And later he directed Frequency, Heartsworn, Fracture. So he's a twisty man.
Oh, I don't think I've seen
Twisty
any
Hoblet.
of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're similar. They're sort of, edgy thrillers with,
Okay.
that build up to big sort of payoffs at the end.
Yeah, okay.
It's good stuff. Now, movies happen to critics all the time, but when they happen, critics don't always see it, or understand it, or accept it. I don't know if that tracks. Lisa Allspector at the Chicago Reader says, "The first half of this movie holds some promise, but time is not on its side."
Oh, see what you did there.
I love the fact that I spotted that quote in the Wikipedia article, and it contextualizes it by first of all saying, Lisa Allspector reviewing the film, brackets, which frequently makes reference to the Rolling Stones film Time Is On My Side.
Good
Thanks.
stuff. Thank you.
Good context there. Otherwise, I'd have read that review and been like, what?
You would have no idea what's going on. Yeah.
Public, however, felt that if it wasn't for Fallen and other fine Italian foods, there would be no happiness.
Pizza.
Oh, pizza. Mark Blomqvist, over on Google said, "A really good movie. Don't watch, ellipses, or listen, ellipses, or play on or around, full stop."
What?
Don't know what Blomqvist is getting at there, but it's something
He's
to do
high.
with the dramatic political situation of Sweden. It is only good or dangerous if you have a modernized sense of invisible life. Or it could be a Catholic thing, which really showcases the dangers of Catholicism if it gained nuclear weapons.
Wow, what a review!
What a review. He writes for Sight and Sound now.
Oh, he's come so far.
He's come so far. Having nuclear weapons would have jazzed up the ending of Conclave.
Could you imagine? Oh.
We've really got to get this right, guys. The Pope is suddenly a very dramatically important figure. The Vatican has nuclear weapons, and it's such a small place, you can really visibly see them just stacked up against the basilica.
Yeah. They just lean them up.
We can set it off if we need to. Came with a manual. We know how to do it.
It's just these little old biddies. All these little cardinals are up there like,
Signore, it really blocks my view from my office window. Oh, God. Fallen has 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. It has achieved cult status, though, with recent articles praising the film appearing in The Hollywood Reporter, Bloody Disgusting, which I've written as Bloody Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Disgusting is the German equivalent. Joe Blow, and 2 in Collider. That was meant to be coupled with the fact that it didn't make much money on its first release, but I appear to not have written that down.
Okay. All right.
It did not. So Nell, you monkey fan... I'm not saying the last bit.
Oh.
Because of a nasty word.
Look, I like this film.
It's a good film. Why are we reviewing this film?
Well,
tell us about it.
I have thoroughly enjoyed this film since I was small. When did it come out? Like 98 or something?
Yeah, 98.
So I would have been the ripe old age of 10 or 11.
Nice.
Thereabouts. And it's one of the many films from my childhood that I watched a lot.
Mm.
And in hindsight, I used to walk around singing that song like I was a serial killer. Nice. And I was like, my parents, yeah, they probably were like, don't. And I was like, but I didn't understand why. But I was not raised religious in any way, but I really got stuck into, like, I feel like every kid has this, where you get, like, weirded out by religion and then you just go deep into all the weird shit. And you start reading about it. Yeah, right? And you just, like, reading all the things. Anyway, that happened, and Fallen happened to land in amongst that, like, the start of that. And so all the weird demon stuff really sucked me in. I just really loved it. I thought it was so good when I was young.
Love that. There actually was, yeah, I remember there was a period of my life where I had some sections of Revelations memorized when I was a teen.
Right?
I think you get obsessed with it.
It's weird. It's like, it's just a weird sort of obsession that you kind of, I don't know, maybe if I was raised religious, I wouldn't find it so weird, but it's so weird. When you sort of dig deep into it and you're reading all these whack-ass things from Revelation and wherever, and Leviticus and whatever, and it's like, what is happening?
I always struggled with, like, the visual imagination of, like, I absolutely love seeing, like, biblical depiction of angels, sort of things. Like, that's great. But generally, it's so hard to conceptualize when it's like, and then a beast comes out, and he's got 7 heads, and a sword with 6 blades, all on fire, with eyes, and it's so cool. It's like a kid describing it.
I always think whenever that sort of stuff happened, I used to always just picture, you know, like in the margins of medieval manuscripts, those...
Oh, yeah.
Like, all the monks and the people who decorated it, they would just draw these whack-ass creatures, like, with faces on their asses and stuff. It was always like, that's what they're getting at. That's that shit. They got trumpets out of their face. They got a face on their butt. Oh, it's so good.
This is the imagination that brought you the Bible.
That's right. Yeah. Welcome, everybody.
Okay. Let's get into what happens in Free Fallen. Because we start with a spooky scene at night.
We do.
And Denzel Washington is being all moody and sexy.
He's all moody in the snow, in the woods, in the snow.
Oh, that's right. Yes, we start with that first. I was starting at, like, the prison arrival, but you're right. We start in the...
Oh yeah, we get a little snapshot of the future.
Well, you see, this is where I've been going wrong, because when I think of Moody, I think of desperately scrambling for his life through the snow.
I want to tell you about the time I almost died.
He's so moody.
Oh, God. I'm dying.
I'm going to die. Yeah, so he tells us he's going to tell us the time that he almost died.
That's right. Almost died.
Yeah.
Remember that,
but
audience.
To go back to the beginning would take too long. So let's just go back to when the movie starts.
That's right. We don't have time for this. Let's go back to Denzel.
We go back. Yes, he's wandering around outside of a prison where an execution is about to occur. And Donald Sutherland is being all nefarious, as he always is. He's just being Donald Sutherland.
He's being Donald, yeah.
Yeah. He's got that grin. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
That grin that just tells you, you're fucked.
And gives nightmares all at the same time. I find him quite scary, and I always have.
Yeah, he's got a ruthlessness to him. You feel like he could just cut you down to size if he needed to.
Yeah, his face is yeah.
Oh, God. And then after that, we go into the prison where the serial killer, Edgar Reese, is about to be murdered. Fuck it, I'm against the death penalty. He's about to be murdered by the state.
Murdered by the state. I mean, technically, that's true.
And if you kept this guy... Imagine if you just kept this guy in solitary confinement forever and he wasn't allowed to touch anyone. He'd be fucked.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Actually, that's true.
Fair.
Yeah. You'd be like, well...
Till he died of old age, I guess. Then he'd get out.
We wouldn't have had to worry about the rest of the film. And just keep him in there. Yeah. It's fine.
He is played by Elias Koteas, famed character actor. Yeah. Beloved in everything, but very hard to pin down exactly what you've seen him in, but nevertheless.
Yeah.
He has been around a lot.
Yep.
And, Denzel Washington comes in and proves that this is one of the movies where he laughs in people's faces. Mm-hmm. That means it's a good movie. Oh. When Denzel Washington laughs at you, and he knows that he's about to murder you, you're in a good movie.
That's interesting to know. All right.
He does it in all the best ones.
All the best ones. Good to know. Does it also involve chewing gum? Because he chews gum, like when he walks in, he's got it's that very arrogant gum chewy situation going on.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do it, but...
He's got it. He's got it all going on.
He's got that, I got cup gum.
It reminds me of when I saw Inside Man and just thought, how much of this did Denzel come up with?
Yeah.
Because...
What is just ad-lib here?
Yeah, what is just, hey, I'm going to wear a hat. I'm going to laugh at what everyone says to me.
Yeah, everyone's like, Denzel, you just do you, bro. That's cool.
You just do you. It's fucking charismatic as shit.
Yeah.
So, oh god. But yes, Elias Koteas is talking very mysteriously about various things, including in a couple other languages he's got. Then they execute him.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
But then, oh no, the camera drifts up, implying that he's escaped, and he goes right into Brandon Lee Mulligan. No. Oh god, Dropout will never be the same again.
Oh, that's
it just reminds
prison
me of
guard.
Prison dude. It reminds me of Brandon Lee Mulligan from Dropout from Dimension 20 Inside.
Oh, right. I was like, God, that's his actual name. Oh, wait, no.
No, he's some dude.
He's some guy.
But yeah, implying he's gotten out. Denzel, meanwhile, goes back to hang out with his mates. Porn Tash Tony Soprano.
Yep.
And no Tash Paul Goodman. Paul Goodman? John Goodman, I think.
I didn't even blink when you said that. I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Star of The Borrowers.
Yeah.
They're having a fun chat. Porn Tash Soprano is just like, hey, are you corrupt? No. I don't like you.
Yeah, gets real suspicious, doesn't like it. And Denzel explains that he doesn't like the cream, but he never judges.
No, exactly. Cops are allowed to be corrupt a little bit because they're all around the best.
That's right. Cops are the chosen people for Denzel. Like, that is it. You take a bribe, he doesn't care because you're doing good. No. You're doing good out there.
You're doing better than all the lawyers out there.
That's right.
God damn it.
And what else? Lawyers and the stockbrokers? I can't remember who else.
Yeah, stockbrokers.
Someone with money. Well.
Look, stockbrokers who is society's greater villain? Cops or stockbrokers?
Or real estate agents.
Yeah, real estate agents are probably the worst ones. Stockbrokers probably worse than cops, I would say. Defund the stockbrokers.
Yeah, I feel like they're probably worse, right? Because I feel like as a sort of a ratio or like a percentage of stockbrokers, you've got to assume there's worse. Like the percentage of bad ones is high. Like there's good cops out there. Are they good stockbrokers?
No stockbroker's ever gotten your cat out of a tree.
Yeah. Right? No interest in that. Does not want to help the community at all.
And they resent being asked, I found.
Yeah, it's true.
Good. Brendan Lee Mulligan has been left off easy because he's immediately swapped bodies, and he moves around until he finds a beloved character actor, Robert Joy.
Hi, Robert Joy.
I love Robert Joy. He's got a sweet face, and he looks like a good man. But now he's a badass. Oh, shit. Right. He tells his boss to screw off.
Yeah, that's right. He quits. Boom.
Boom.
Is nice, though, and brings him back the sandwich. Just to, we should probably mention that. He does actually bring the food back for the guy. So, He
tries to apologise on the phone later. It's really sad. To his wife. That's such a weird detail. He apologises to the guy's wife
I know.
He's like, I always liked you, Robert Joy. Beloved character actor Robert Joy. You've betrayed us all.
All of us.
So, yeah, we meet some of Denzel Washington's collateral. He's got a brother and a nephew.
Yep. He
Poor
sure does.
bastard.
Sam and Art.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yep, so we meet them. They're about. Janice Soprano also works for the police station. There's a whole Sopranos
The whole Sopranos
family
are there.
reunion.
They're all there.
Got Cypher in the background being like, what? The fuck? You're a bad
all
guy,
there.
Cypher from Matrix and The Sopranos.
And this, yeah. And the other things. Yeah.
Now, at this stage, my notes start to get hazy. But there's a new victim. Basically,
Yes.
someone new has been killed in
That's
the
right.
style of Elia Koteas, who's dead. How could this be?
Oh my god. Yeah, we see a lot of the skinny man does. I've forgotten. No, the skinny man, he kills someone because he's all anal
Yeah.
retentive with his breakfast, and then he brushes his teeth, and there's the dead guy in the bath. Oh wait.
There's a clue. He gives him a clue. He says, what lies between lions and someone else?
That's right, because
some
that's
surname.
what Reese says to him in the cell, and then he sees
Yes.
that written on the wall. That's right. And then
Yeah, it's
all
getting
the
all
cops,
7 up in here.
they think, oh, we know what this is. This is either A, an accomplice, or B, a copycat. They're convinced. They
honing
know it.
in.
They know it.
They know it. You see, that's the problem with cops, is they'll never consider the 1,000-year-old Babylonian demon. They have that in common with that genie guy.
They have that in common. They're never going to think that far out of the box. It's a shame.
It
But,
is. It's
you
well
know.
done. Yeah, but would a stockbroker think that far out of the box?
Nah.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, stockbroker.
So he figures out that, but thanks to Porn Stash Soprano, he realizes
Yeah.
that what this probably is the fact that there's like a Cop of the Year contest or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's a year that's been taken off.
They're like decorated cops or something, and so there's like
Yeah.
a plaque, and you get your name on it. And they find the plaque in like the basement. I don't know how
Yeah.
decorated they are if it's in the basement and it's covered in like wood and things.
Yeah. Yeah, Donald Sutherland's a big defund the police kind of
Yeah,
guy,
yeah,
so he puts
he's
the thing down there.
Nah, too old school. He's like,
Don't.
that's the 60s, dudes. We are not even concerned. We're in the 90s now. Please. We don't need to know about those people. And then we find out that Lyons and Spakowski, there is a gap between a missing name.
Oh, shit. So he goes onto Google, ancient Google, and
Ancient
Google's
Google.
a date.
Yeah, that's right. And he has to put it in like quotation marks to search it. And he has to double click. I watched that.
Fuck.
Back in the day when you had to genuinely click twice.
I love that.
It's
So
tragic.
at that point, he realizes that the guy was. What was he? He was like a cop in the
Yeah, he was like
80s or
he was Robert Milano is his name, and he was like Cop of the Year in like 1965 or something. It's like late 60s somewhere.
Yeah, but it appears that what he did was he went up into the woods and killed himself, and that was enough to get his board thrown into the bin.
That's right. Yep. Disgraced.
We don't
Done.
like suicide here.
No.
We're very religious.
Yeah, that's right. Decorated cops don't kill themselves. You're done.
No. I like the cops that don't kill themselves. Oh no, a Donald Trump reference here on our podcast?
No!
Is this what the future is to be? I so pale. I just saw my video feed. I think that a little bit.
I so pale. Why?
I so pale.
I have lost all blood. No.
I'm so shocked by this revelation. No,
So
that's
shocked.
I'm just going to be iridescent, I'm afraid,
Yep.
like a baby fish. You're just going to have to see directly through me.
Translucent.
Fuck me, that's awful. Wow. This is my BFI interview situation.
Oh.
I was just trying to like...
I mean, it looks like
no.
you've just got a lot of sunlight. Is it sunny?
I think it's just my white screen. I need to turn on night mode in some way. Alright, well until then I'm just going to be a pair of eyes and lips.
And a vague outline of glasses.
I look like some sort of hyper stylized author picture right now. And I appreciate that. So Denzel goes back to the very raw documentary footage of
Yes, he does.
of the event, barely edited, and he finds out that the missing cops. He finds the missing cops in 1930. No, what happens in the footage? He just sees Elias Koteas. Oh, he's talking another language.
Yeah.
So they bring in some fucking academic type.
Some linguist guy.
Some lame linguist dude who comes in and, identifies that this is an ancient language that nobody talks anymore. A translation of which eventually comes out that just means, this is a body surfing creepy ghost dude.
Hello, I'm Body Surfer, creepy ghost dude. I believe that the linguist says it's Syrian Aramaic. Or what he believes is Syrian Aramaic. He's never heard it spoken. Whoa.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this guy's some sort of genius.
Yep.
It also gets laid out for us by the missing cop's 1930s style daughter.
She's kind of she is a little bit
She's got
like
a 30s aesthetic.
Yeah.
She's got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
Oh, another death, though. Beloved character actor Robert Joy.
Yeah.
He gets offed.
And alas, gets offed by the guy who he transferred into. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes back and gets him. When they're investigating it, they find out that he was an illegal alien from Canada. There are those.
But apparently.
People illegally come from Canada to live in Stinksville?
Oh my god.
Formerly known as the USA?
Goddamn illegal aliens. Goddamn Canadians.
Now why have I got... Look! Then flashlight.
Oh, that is when he is in when he goes to the cabin. Yeah,
yes, the cabin where the guy shot himself.
That's right, because he's worked out, he's found out from Greta, wherever the cabin is, that she thinks her father is innocent, and so on and so on, and he ends up there at the creepy cabin, and he finds some creepy-ass religious books, and he flicks through them, and there's a photograph in one of them of the room, and then he turns it over,
right.
and it says "look" on the back, and he works out where it goes, and then uses terps on the wall to get rid of the paint.
Love that.
Because he works that shit out.
I love the fact that his first instinct, though, is to be like, he sees that photograph and it says, look, and he's like, there's somebody here.
Yeah.
Or, otherwise, he just takes that really literally.
Yes.
It's like, look. So he's like, okay.
Okay, I see
right
spider webs,
I see
wooden beams.
Wait, that's a mirror.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, he gets... What does he get from the basement again? It's,
He finds the word Azazel.
Azazel.
And he takes the religious books with him. The weird religious creepy books that are very creaky and very, very covered in dust and spider webs. But the inside pages are, immaculate. They're not yellowed yet. They're really quite white and nice.
Not a smoker was old Milano.
That's right.
But at this stage, I think the demon's a bit like, this is going too slowly. I just need this guy to figure out what's going on.
That's
so
right,
he shows up at the police station and does a bit of swapping about.
There's a lot of swapping. There's a lot of singing.
Yeah, there's a lot of singing in order to prove to Denzel, hey, I'm a ghost. I can swap bodies at will.
That's right.
So he goes and meets with the 1930s daughter in order to walk around her a bit.
Yes, awkwardly, in a really big, wide berth as well. Like, she's in the middle, and he's just doing a big circle around her.
She's literally inside of a big circle, and he's pacing around her.
He's using, the tiles or something as if it's, the line. It's very weird.
There are certain phenomena which can only be explained if there is a God. And if there are angels, and there are, they exist. Some of these angels were cast down, and a few of the fallen were punished by being deprived of form. They can only survive in the bodies of others. It's inside of us, inside of human beings. Their vengeance is played out.
So she explains the premise of the movie, which is helpful.
It's helpful. Yeah.
I've got oh, that's right. He goes home and finds that a creepy message has been left. What does he find when he gets home? This is just before he ends up in the shootout.
Does he find...
Because he gets home and something arouses his suspicions.
Yes, so
at which point he jumps out of his front door and grabs the first boy he sees.
The first boy, his address book is missing. And then he sees Art with the black eye.
That's right, and he finds out that his kid punched him in the face.
That's right, and then he thinks back to when he walked past Sam, and Sam creepily gave him a wave.
So he shoots Sam in the head.
That's right, end of film.
End of film. It works. Finally. Time! So, yeah, he ends up shooting a guy, an innocent man who just happened to have a gun. Mm-hmm.
That's true, yeah, because it goes to Toby. Toby runs away. Then that nice school teacher man gets him, who happens to have a gun. From a
he's a school teacher with a gun.
Yeah.
So, this cop shoots an innocent man, and apparently
That's
at this
right.
point they're not allowed to do that.
Yep, apparently that's not a thing. We don't do this anymore. It transfers into a girl, and she sasses him a little bit.
At some point we find out that the goal of all of this is to make civilization fall. And it's like, okay. And he's starting with Denzel Washington.
That's right, yeah. Starting with Denzel. It's like the bane of his existence, apparently.
Tomorrow, the hedge fund managers.
Yeah. Denzel first. The Puritan cop, followed by the hedge fund managers.
Fuck this guy. I think it's somewhere around here that he, what, does anything happen between him and, between this and him coming back and killing the brother?
Not loses his job. He has to give his gun in, and
he's down to just one gun now.
That's right. He's got to give his gun in, and we know that at some point Donald Sutherland's going to have to arrest him at some point.
Yeah, he's like, I'll do this in the conclusion.
That's right. And then there's like a bit of a heart-to-heart between him and Paul Goodman about the point of life. And then I think that's when he ends up. Yeah, that's when he goes home and finds the writing on the mirror on Sam's chest and art on Art's chest, and Art's dead.
On Art's chest, and Art's dead. So they run away and end up in Tramp Town.
That's right.
AKA Little London.
Mm-hmm.
And
Little
it's
London.
a part of New York. Little London.
That's right. All the bins on fire.
And I love those bins. And they make at this stage he tells him his dad's dead, which he takes crazy well.
Very well.
He's a little champ.
Takes it real good. Seems
Good
to
for
be
him.
like appeased by the fact that his dad's probably in heaven. So I'm like, okay,
Probably.
sure, whatever.
You don't know what he used to get up to.
Right. It's like, you don't know that for sure.
We don't know. We'll find out when we get there.
Yeah.
Which will be soon, because we've got a plan.
Yeah.
He's going to drop the kid off with the 1930s daughter.
That's right.
Something which I saw a lot of people taking weird, comfort in on the Reddit threads. They were like, it's okay, the son is safe with the daughter, so eventually Azazel will lose. And it's like, I don't know what you think this kid's got going for him.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
It's gonna be a sequel. It's gonna be made soon. Where
These people are going to have hope, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This kid's going to be 30 years older, and he's going to come back and beat Azazel. And he'll also be played by Denzel Washington.
Come on.
So he goes out to the cabin in the woods.
Yep.
And the plan is to get Azazel there and then sort of outfox him. But
That's
shit,
right.
It's not just one person who shows up. It's Sutherland and Puggerman.
That's right. They both rock up and they peer through the snow and the woods.
Is Porntash Tony Soprano out here too? No, he's out of the movie now.
Yeah, but we don't see Porntash anymore. He's gone. Yeah. He got possessed. He did a bit of singing. Then he's like, I didn't sing, and that's the last we saw of him.
he shaved his mustache off and joined the mafia. So, so I guess he's outfoxed now. What's he gonna do? He's not gonna be able to do anything unless Azazel just randomly kills the other person here.
Yeah, I mean, what's he gonna do? Yeah. Oh look! Donald Sutherland! Oh
no!
Soz, bro.
He's on my shot. You like the Stones, Hobbs? I bet you didn't, you big monkey fan pussy.
Now it's just Azazel and Washington, and he's got a plan because he gets Paul Goodman.
That's right. Yep.
He's dying, and he explains that, unfortunately, so is Denzel Washington.
That's right, because he's smoking poison-laced ciggies.
Poison ciggies! It's a terrible brand.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Now these cigarettes aren't healthy.
God damn it. Pick the worst pack.
At the party I was at yesterday, somebody dropped a cigarette on the floor and picked it up and was like, is this okay now? And I'm like, pretty sure it's as okay as it was before.
That's fine. If it had dropped in cyanide, yeah, all right.
A little pool of it.
Just one. Just a small one. It bubbles up every now and again.
Here in London. So, in a sentence that summarizes all of mankind's best efforts, great plan, cat ruins it.
Cat, yep. Cat has no concept and ruins it.
Yeah, cat ruins it just by being cat around.
That's
in the area.
right. Yeah.
Because the plan is that the ghost will have no body to move into, and it can only survive for a brief while outside of a body. But unfortunately, the plan to isolate it in the middle of this forest doesn't work because there's a kitty.
Ba-bam. Kitty wins.
Do we see the kitty earlier?
We do see the kitty very briefly. We see its butt.
Oh, good.
It's just you see it run underneath the house.
Shit. And that's where we found him.
Yep.
Oh. You forgot something, didn't you? At the beginning, I said I was going to tell you about the time I almost died.
Oh, kitty.
Yeah.
Because
kitty.
this was about the time he almost died. Because it was the demon was the narrator the whole time.
The whole time. Oh
the
my
whole
God.
literal time.
The whole time. And audience, if you weren't paying, you had to be paying attention. He said almost died.
He almost died.
Come on.
Yeah. The end.
And Cat wins, and then we get another Rolling
Cat
Stones.
wins.
We get another Rolling Stones to finish us off. Woo!
Love that. She's a rainbow. So, what did you think of Fallen this time round?
Well, I haven't seen this since I reckon the last time I would have seen it was probably my teens, I think. I went through a long period of just watching it religiously almost. Funny.
Yeah.
And then I sort of just, I had it on VHS back in the day when you had VHS. And once I sort of moved to DVD, I don't think I ever got it on DVD, and so I then kind of just forgot. And so I reckon this is probably the first time I've seen it since maybe like 15, 20 years. And I enjoyed it, but it has its problems.
It has a couple issues, I will say, because I also was very obsessed as a teen. Did have the DVD. I remember, I think it came in one of those Warner Brother clamshell things.
Oh my God, yep.
The with snap case kind of thing that they had. But yes, I remember also really loving this as a kid. It does, I think, unfortunately, what was her name? She gets it quite close, Lisa Alspector, which is that the first half,
yes,
I think I like a lot more, because it's all about the investigation. We know what's up, they don't. They're putting the pieces together. The characters are quite good in the police station, and there's a good kind of Seven-esque kind of energy going.
And I feel like the script is quite tight. Like, it seems like it does well in that sort of first, and then it gets a bit loosey-goosey and odd. Yeah,
it loses its weight, because you're right, it is very tight. It's, it's very good at sort of, building threads and building a palpable sense of menace and a good sense of mystery. Afterwards, it reminds me a lot of those kind of religious thrillers of the late 90s, of End of Days, Stigmata.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I used to watch all those.
Yep.
But you're right, it does. It becomes, it stops being its own sort of thing and then becomes that.
Yeah, and it's weird. A lot of the reviews I was seeing from the time were saying, oh, we've seen all this before. And I was like, really? Where? What's like the nearest body swap kind of thing?
Yeah.
But that premise is really good. A lot the rest, I guess, is quite familiar for.
That's very true.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those films that feels like the story is more interesting than the way it's been executed. Like that it allows that it doesn't quite. Because I agree, the body swapping thing is cool. I don't really remember seeing another film that did that, and it's quite menacing because you don't know who it can be, and it moves so quick, and it's just like brush, 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 brush through the crowd.
Yeah. Those sequences are especially good. When,
they're good,
first of all, the like teasing him scene of like showing how it works, but then also the scene where it wants to get 1930s daughter, and she's like trying to run away quicker than they can reach out and grab the next person.
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
It's quite, and it culminates in her like diving into a cab and this guy just like punching in the window to try and get to her, and it's like, oh God, this is intense suddenly.
Like, what's his exit strategy there? Of just, he finally grabs her, and the guy finds himself halfway in a window, and it's like, what the fuck? And the girl's just like, it's fine, I'm okay now.
Yeah. He's like, how did I get here? Can you help me? No. No, just kick him out the window.
Yeah. God bless that taxi driver for really taking it off. To be fair, though, you would, I guess, eventually drive off.
I feel like you would, right? That's probably just maybe that's run of the mill. Oh, another guy's punched in my window. Cool. I love being a taxi driver.
Yeah.
Where is this supposed to be based? It's not. They don't name it, do they?
Oh, is it not? Is it a yellow cab she's in?
I can't even remember if it's yellow. I feel like they hint. It's obviously a big city in America, but I feel like they don't give a name. I don't know. I feel like it's quite vague.
It was shot in Philadelphia.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, it's Philadelphia. Philadelphia police detective John Hobbs.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Justice, I think. It has some association. Anywho, I'm short of time, so let us move forward to quick firing. But yes, Fallen, I think it's still a recommend, but it does have some issues.
It does have some issues, but you know, I feel like it's worth a watch.
Definitely for the premise, and I think if it was half an hour shorter,
yes,
I
totally.
think it would really benefit because it's also a 2-hour movie.
I did not remember it being that long. I was shocked when I saw it was 2 hours 5 minutes, and I thought, oh, come on, really? I remember it being a lot tighter, like the whole film being a lot tighter than it was. So it got a bit bloated
I think
there.
Tight is what it needed to be. I think that's the Okay, let's quick fire.
Okay, go.
Quick fire. I enjoy the spooky font that the opening credits are in.
Yeah.
Like the spooky kind of religious, like weird. It's very singular.
It is
like
quite good, isn't it?
Kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like they've gone for a script, like an ancient script, and kind of just sort of made it into English characters. So it's like it's a bit creepy. It's a bit old.
Good stuff.
This is not a great. I guess it's a good thing, but it's also not. It's weird that people watch Death Row. Like an execution.
Right.
When you pan out and you're sort of watching the execution, which is quite grim, actually. I think it's a good thing because they do it well. It's disturbing, but then you clock that there's people other than just cops in there, and it's a bit like, who does that? I guess it's closure of some kind, but
I like the opening credit sequence with the Rolling Stones playing and Elias Koteas giving it all that. It's
I think he's really good as Reese. He's one of my. I think he also makes the film really great at the start. I think. He's got a really good presence.
Hey, howdy, folks, ladies, gents, cocksuckers, pederists. I hope you all enjoy the show. Yes, I do.
And it's important because he's going to set. He's not in the movie again. It's not like there's a sequence where a character looks in a mirror and he's there.
Yeah.
He's literally not in the movie again after that.
He just gets a little bit of VHS playing, and that's kind of it.
Yeah. But he does a really good job of establishing and making this one character that all of these people kind of are being inhabited by.
Yeah. I really liked. I think something that they actually do quite well is making Azazel one character, even though he is in 20 or 30 different people throughout the film. I feel like they did it really well to keep his voice. I guess if a demon can have a voice, it was convincing to me every time he moved person. I was like, I'm buying this. This is the same demon. So I felt like whatever they did with all the different people, there was something about them. I guess maybe because he's kind of sassy, so like everyone was like, "Hey, pal," and there was a bit of an in there, I suppose, where they could just be like, "Hey." But I quite liked it. I was convinced by them all being the same person, despite the fact it was like 20 different people playing this demon.
Yeah, I like that. Apparently, they did all study with Koteas in order to make that work.
Oh, cool! All right,
said the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. A couple of items for my sort of food corner. One is the vibes of the place where the Beck was playing, where the soul is being transferred a lot. Just before Robert Joy, beloved character actor Robert Joy, gets possessed. Just the vibes of that place of people hanging out, food trucks, Beck on the radio. It was good. I enjoyed that.
It seems like a nice, it seemed good. It was like people just chilling, having a good time.
And speaking of beloved character actor Robert Joy, he's making a toasty for himself in a very cool way later on, which I guess is like cementing he worked in a food truck kind of thing, but he's toasting a toasty in a pan.
Which
I like to do, and it's very cool.
I quite like that as well. I don't do it often enough. You get lazy when you got like a jaffle maker or like a sandwich maker. You're like, but in the pan though,
it's good. You butter the outside of the pan.
Good shit.
It's lovely.
Damn, I didn't pay enough attention to food. I just remember John Goodman referencing pizza. That's all I remember.
Yeah, it was an iconic moment.
And pizza is a staff of life. Without pizza and other fine Italian foods, there would be no happiness, okay?
He delivers that line with such a sweetness and innocence.
He does.
It's hard to get a sort of to nail his character down, but he's got wonderful vibes.
He does have he's a nice like offset to Denzel. He's just his character's weird, but I quite like how when one of the scenes when Greta is telling Denzel about the demons and how this all works with modern life and the world and that they exist, she says that we're not normal everyday folks and not meant to know or to see these demons. And then she's like the mafia. Just likens the demons to the mafia. And I was like, all right, yeah, sure.
It's similar. We all know
I get your vibe. I know what you're saying.
we just try it. The calzone place is really good, but yeah, it's a front. Yeah, I'm the only guy who eats there, but it just turns out. Somebody online was saying something like, I once went to a place that was very obviously a mafia front because I ordered a pizza and they all looked at each other like they had no idea what the fuck was happening. And then they brought out
what do we do?
They brought out a pizza and it was the best pizza I'd ever eaten in my life.
I love
I
that.
love the idea that just fucking Silvo from The Sopranos just improvised a pizza.
Yeah, it was like, I don't fucking know.
How do you do a pizza? Yeah, all Italians have it innately within them to produce the best pizza you've ever eaten.
Yeah, and as soon as you're under pressure, it just comes out.
I don't know how to make a pizza, and you throw them a dough thing, and they're like...
Yeah, and you're just, without even thinking, your arms are moving. You're shaking that
It's beautiful.
dough.
As an Englishman, that is colonizing a country. I start undermining the infrastructure of any country I move to.
Just get right at the base, like, just really get under there.
Just really start trying to turn people against each other.
It's a noble cause.
A few art things. Generally, the lighting was really pretty and had a really cool kind of noir quality to the whole thing. And there were some interesting camera angles, including like when Denzel Washington enters a church, and like the camera starts upside down and then tracks him across the aisle. That was cool. I like that.
Yeah, there was. I did really like how it looked. Just generally, I thought it was quite. It had like a nice grittiness to it.
Yeah,
that was good. But yeah, I think I agree. The lighting is also quite nice.
And there was a nice moment where he's chasing after Azazel the second time, and I think he ends up in like the entrance of like a station, looking out over streets beyond that, and it's very Brad. The colours, it's that perfect green.
They predicted it. They knew.
They predicted the Brat Summer that we just had,
knew it,
and Denzel was having it back in 1998.
Oh, Denzel ahead of his time, just always. Yeah. I quite like that scene when Denzel chases Azazel out of the cop shop after it's gone around, and he runs down the street after that old couple that it's in at that time, and he shouts like Aramaic at the demon, and the lady stops and turns around and she's like, "Ooh, clever." I quite liked that vibe. He just he's obviously fully into it now. He has researched some of the language. He is in. He knows what's going on. He's a cop. He's going to stop you. I quite enjoy that.
I thought there was really good tension in the hut. I love the narrator saying, like,
There are moments which mark your life. Moments when you realize nothing will ever be the same. And time is divided into two parts. Before this and after this.
And you just think, oh fuck, we the audience know what the premise is.
Yeah.
He's about to learn the premise and it's going to blow his fucking mind.
Yeah.
It's going to change everything. There's going to be something in this hut, some scrapbook or something that somehow, and I don't know how, it's going to reveal to him that this is a body-jumping demon that's lived forever.
Yeah.
And it's going to blow his fucking mind, and I can't wait for that to happen. But then it's just Azazel written on the mirror.
Yeah.
And it's like...
like, oh, all right. I guess. And some old crusty books.
Yeah, he's not there yet. It's the problem. So I don't know if he would measure his life in terms of before and after he saw Azazel in a mirror.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it's almost like that moment would be later on when he talks about, I don't know, when he confronts her at the car and he's like, I know who this is now or whatever. Because it's like at that point in time, it was just a word.
Yeah.
You hadn't got there yet.
I mean, the moment that changed his life is like when they all start singing the song in the station.
Yeah, in the station.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah, actually, that's true. That would have been a better one because that is quite... that would be quite confronting and intense in that situation.
Yeah.
As Denzel's character, it would be mind-blowing to have that happen. So that's probably a better one. But I agree. I like the tension. It's like, ooh.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, what's he going to find?
Oh. He found a photograph and then a word. What have I got?
Oh,
what
have we got?
John Goodman, Paul Goodman. He there's one. It might be the first time we see them in the cop shop in the station, and Denzel must say something to him, and he groans like I do when I start work. He makes a sound like I don't remember what it is, but he just says.
I'd be happy to sample that.
It's so good. I just really liked the sound that he made.
Jonesy. How's everything today? Good?
I love that. I love
Yeah.
the sort of back to work sounds that people make.
It was the pain.
You often need to make one to indicate to the colleague you've just been speaking to.
Yes.
Right, well, I need to stop talking and get back to work. And so
Yes.
let me try and just off the cuff think of what my noise is. Oh.
Yeah, that's it. That's a good one. And
Halfway between a sigh and oh well.
Yeah. And then it's horrible and awkward if that colleague doesn't register what that sound means, and you're like, but we have to stop.
Yeah, we do actually need to do some work though.
Yeah.
I've written the word art. Why have I written the word art? I think there is a bit where he's looking at some manuscripts, and he does look, I think, at a butt devil.
Yes.
Like a face and a butt. I feel like he sees one at some point.
I feel
Maybe
like
that was...
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked.
Yeah, I was trying to think. The only other time I can think of that is that she's got stuff in her house, but I don't think you ever get close-ups of that. It must just be the books that he's looking at.
It must have been. I'll tell you what, I'll have the next one, which is just, I really love Denzel tolerating Tony Soprano when he comes over. He's possessed by the evil one.
Yeah.
And he's come over to, like, fuck with him, but
Yeah.
Denzel doesn't know this yet. He just thinks that Tony Soprano's come to his desk just to chat shit. And Denzel does such good tolerating you, but waiting for you to get to the point.
Yes. Yeah.
Acting.
It's just like, oh, God, I do this a lot.
Hey, buddy, yeah.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah.
So, Hobbsy, tell me something.
Shoot.
The other day, you were down in the basement reading an old file.
Yeah, what about it?
Well, it looked like there was some kind of map in there. I was wondering, you go somewhere?
Yeah, I went up the country.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great to get out of town, huh?
Lovely, fresh air, you know.
Yeah. I used to do that, go up to a house in the mountains and sit by the water. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, where'd you go?
Why you ask, look?
I'm not going to ask you back, but yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I feel like the Gandolfini mustache needs to be a good thing. That was something. I remember he was in it, but I didn't remember how he looked in it, and so it was quite a shock when I saw him. The Gandolfini mustache. I was like, whoa!
It is a shock when he showed, like, when he's in True Romance. It is just a surprise because it's like, what the fuck is Tony Soprano doing here?
But exactly, because like he is just Tony Soprano to me in all walks of life. It's like,
particularly in this, he is doing his Tony Soprano voice. It's particularly irksome when he's not doing that.
Yeah. That's true. Actually, it makes it because he is doing his Tony Soprano voice, so that's extra hard not to see Tony Soprano.
Luckily, the performance of New York Mafia and A Cop is not hugely different.
Yeah.
Weird guy, drunk on power, kind of a scumbag.
You know, the huge for that profession.
Similar job descriptions.
Yeah. I forgot. Oh, I like. I've gone way back in time. I like. Right at the start when Reese reaches out to shake his hand, and he gives it to him, and he sort of really desperately grabs onto it, and then realizes he's not going to transfer, and goes, But there's something. I've forgotten that guy's name, but he's so good. I really love him in this. He's just he gives such a good performance as Reese. What's that guy's name?
Is it the OG guy, the first person we see? Elias Koteas.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Very good.
I love it. The way he's sort of reaching out and he sort of pressed himself into the bars and is kind of like, oh, it's not going to, okay. I'm just going to be creepy now and hold onto his hand, and Denzel's like, all right, get off.
Yeah, love that. Love everything about that opening part.
It's so good.
Yeah. I've just realised what I meant by Art. His brother's name is Art.
Oh my gosh, it is too. Oh, I love him.
Yeah, it's Gabriel Cassius is the actor, and oh my god, he's just this. I mean, he's very vulnerable because it's an interesting role, really, to give him a brother. Because, like, if you're a hack Hollywood screenwriter of the 90s, not that I'm suggesting the writers of this are, but you would give like a love interest in a kid, but instead it's a brother.
Yep.
And the brother's kid, like.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting situation. So.
Yeah.
I love you, Johnny. You ever think it would be easier? Your life would be easier or something if maybe me and Sam were not... No. Well, maybe Marcy wouldn't have left. Marcy, okay? If she loved me, she would have never left me anyway. Besides, family's always first. You're my brother, right? Yeah. Huh? Yeah. I love you too, Art. But don't make the boy any more peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. No more peanut butter and jelly.
And
Yeah,
it's a brother that's quite, that is quite, like, exactly like you're saying, he's a vulnerable brother. He's not like your average everyday sort of blokey bloke. He's quite sort of, he seems really unsure about being a dad, and that he's not doing very good, and that he's a burden on his brother. And I really like Art a lot. He's so sweet in it, and it's crushing when he's dead.
He reminds me of the Monty character in The Last Black Man in San Francisco. Just very naive. Just very naive and sweet.
Yep. Just very and like, and Denzel, he sort of parents him as well in that way. So it's like he's got. I remember when they're playing basketball, he's talking about lunch or something, and then him and John Paul Goodman have a chat, and then he sort of walks away, and he just turns around, and he's like, 10 minutes, like, just reminds him, and he's like, yep. Okay, like he's almost one of the kids.
Oh,
it's so cute.
I love that.
Yeah. What have I got? I might be almost dead. Oh yeah, I did already mention this, but I really loved the double click of the computer. It was just so foreign. It was just like toot, toot, and because it focuses on his hand as well. It's like the click
love
click.
That. Click, click.
It's just so cumbersome. I'm glad that whoever did computery things was like, all right, let's go a single click for a link and stuff like this. It's double click is too much.
Nobody knew what was going on.
No one knew.
We're just looking at it's not full on hackers.
That's right.
Okay, I've just two left, and the penultimate. They're both Denzel moments.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is there's a moment where he wants to know. He's figured out the thing that's been written on all of the people's bodies spells out apocalypse.
Yes.
The Greek equivalent of the Revelations, and so it's going to lead into a quote. But he decides he's on a bus, and he decides he wants to ask a nun what this is.
Yeah.
And he sees the nun, and he goes over to her, and he's like, "Excuse me, sister." And then he's about to ask his question, but then he stops himself, remembers remembers his kind of whole deal, and just before he asks her, he's just like,
"Excuse me, sister. How you doing?"
Yeah, I love that. It's so good.
Got to charm her first.
It's so good. Hi, how you doing? And it's such a charming, like, the way he does it. It's so good.
It's so, like, manners first.
I know.
Oh my god, it's adorable.
And you can tell she's like, oh, what a nice guy. It's so
somewhere
good.
between adorable, but also a little bit, ooh. Because,
it's true, because it's like, hi, how you doing? And you're like, oh, is he hitting on a nun?
And the
I think she's married to God.
You do not want that guy coming after you.
Yeah.
Especially right now.
Yeah. What have I got? I've got two. One is like a hole I want to poke and ask you about.
Okay.
In the plot. And then...
Love it.
Actually, maybe I am out. Oh yeah, I got some random. No, that's not one good thing, Janelle. I was about to tell you I got some random subtitles in the film when he's in the pub, and I was like, just for one brief moment, it gave me subtitles.
Oh, okay. It's like, you know what? No one's gonna know what this is.
Yeah.
What they're saying
We'd better help out here.
Gandolfini's going so New York. We're gonna have to just stick something in here.
So New York. Maybe I am out, and I've just got my last one. I just love Denzel. I mean, I was going to write down more than I did. I just love him in this. He's so good.
He's so charming.
Yeah.
Like, just in general.
Yes.
Especially, like, young Denzel. There's just something so powerful.
I know. And it was funny.
Man.
I'd forgotten. I hadn't seen him that young in a long time. And I was like, what a charmer.
Yeah.
I'm so about this.
My last one is just a really, like, kind of almost sleazy line from him where he's like, he's talking with Azazel, who's just been shot and he's bleeding out and he's going to die. And, clearly Denzel's got something in his pocket that he's like, about to show. And he's just like, he starts smoking and he's like, what are you doing? You quit smoking. And it's like, yeah, these things will kill you. And he's like, and then he takes a cigarette and says,
because cigarettes kill. Especially cigarettes laced with poison.
Yeah.
Just the line is so cumbersome and his delivery is so delicious.
It's so good.
And despicable. It's just, love that.
It's so good.
Cigarettes laced with poison.
Yeah, laced with poison. It is, because it's so cumbersome. I feel like you... And I remember when he says that too, I thought, surely you should have just said something like, Laced with poison is so much. It should have just been.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they would have said, but something else. Just
laced with poison.
Yeah, even if it was like cyanide ciggies. Not that works, but
yeah,
just. Anyway, yeah.
These things will kill you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially cyanide ciggies.
Especially cyanide ciggies.
And he flips over the box and it says cyanide ciggies. And they're like,
oh, I didn't think they made those anymore. Oh, yeah.
I hate that brand.
I hate that. But it's the worst brand of cigarette. Okay. So the last one I have is sort of, I can't remember. I wish I had it so I could go back and look at it to poke a brief hole in the plot, or whether this was on purpose, because I can't remember whether. I'm pretty sure Denzel sees the cat. I'm pretty sure he clocks it briefly, like some kind of movement. But then early. Yeah, when he first goes to the thing. But before that, at some point, he talks, and it has to be on purpose, I assume, because he talks about, there's a part where he's doing the narration and he says, like, a cop knows, a cop sees even the smallest thing, it registers.
Yeah.
And sort of talks about how when you look back, you realize you knew. And it's like, you should have registered that cat. Does that mean you were sabotaging and you wanted Azazel to live, or has the plot just forgotten that he said that and he should have registered the cat when he went back to the or is that too small a detail for the cop to see? It says, I think he has even the smallest thing, it's a cat.
Yeah. No, I think he's genuinely forgotten about the cat, and I think that's a really interesting placement of the narration to say, that he should have noticed that cat. He should have put it together.
Yeah. So it was, I don't remember, obviously wouldn't have noticed that when I was a kid, but I was thinking, because they make a whole point of, like, he says that, not that exact line comes, I think it's when he walks past the skinny guy in the street, and they sort of look, and then he goes into the crime scene or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it's just like, there's a couple of times when they make a point of sort of mentioning it. So I guess, he's just forgotten about the cat, because it is so brief. Like, we see it, like the audience sees it, but I can't remember whether Denzel sees as much as we do, or if he turns like really late and just sees like a thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I still like it.
I like that a lot. Okay. Right. I forgot to ask the team, as I so often do.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, team.
Sorry, everyone.
Sorry, everyone. But nevertheless, I'm sure you're all holding Fallen close to your hearts. Or at least you should be. And we'll find out if we're not.
That's right.
Consequently, so let's move straight on in to the one better thing.
Yes.
The one better thing. Yes. Do you have a one better thing?
Well, I don't.
Oh no.
I was thinking about it, and I feel like I would like people to watch this. I think.
Yeah. I think so. It's a solid recommend.
Yeah. So I feel like I could have come up with one better thing, but then I thought, no, I think I just want people to watch it. Yes, it has its faults, but I think it's still worth a watch, I think.
No, yeah, absolutely, yes. As we've identified, the second act maybe isn't as strong as the first, but for a long time this really had me going, and I was just like, yeah, this is
same, yeah.
A solid classic that fits in with all of the other sort of great 90s thrillers. And then the ending totally redeems the previous, only really like 45 minutes. It's too long. But
there's too much. Yeah, there's too much bloat in there. But I know some people had an issue. I remember I was reading a few reviews. I think there was people who had an issue with the ending, like it was all too neat and stuff. But I like the ending. I think it's good.
No, the ending's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the ending's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a one better thing?
I have a one better thing. So, yes, there's a lot of these sort of 90s fillers, very twisty 90s fillers that I like a lot. And, The Exorcist 3, or Legion, as it's variously called, has this wonderful body-skipping ghost in it, with a sort of really excellent police and procedural kind of element to it, because it's directed by the person who wrote the novel that the original Exorcist is based on, Peter Blatty, who is as is often said, is a comedy writer. He started his career in comedy, and he's so funny. And the repartee between George C. Scott plays the cop, and he has this sort of repartee with the priest, which is really funny. So yeah, it's very good, but it's also really scary. It has one of the best jump scares ever.
In
it. Yeah, just really affecting.
I've never seen it,
recommend.
So I'll have to watch it. I think I've seen the first two. I've definitely seen the first one.
I haven't seen the second one.
I feel like I've
seen...
seen...
John Borman.
Yeah.
Heretic.
Yeah, but I think I stopped there. I don't know. I don't think I've seen the third because that doesn't sound familiar.
Judged, really.
Like the jump, this ghost skipping human body thing. That doesn't sound familiar, so I mustn't have seen it. All right, I'll prepare myself for a scare.
Yeah, definitely. Goodman has seen it before, and I think he liked it because he did it on an episode once.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I'd be very curious to hear what you think because I liked it a lot. There's also Angel Heart, 1987 movie starring Mickey Rourke and Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro plays this sketchy kind of creepy dude who hires Rourke to sort of undertake an investigation in New Orleans. And then gets involved in a series of murders. But it's a thriller, it's a psychological thriller with an awful lot of spooky supernatural stuff going on.
Ooh, I haven't heard of that at all.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Alan Parker, I think I said Pakula. Alan Parker directed it, who's the... I always think of him as the Bugsy Malone guy. He's done more than that. His Midnight Express is his big thing.
Okay. Bugsy Malone guy, though. Forever.
I know. He is the Bugsy Malone guy, but he also did, he also did The Commitments, The Wall, Evisa. He did a lot of stuff. But
okay.
But he does very moody work in this. So,
cool.
Yeah,
Angel Heart. I have never heard of that. I'm going to look that up.
Hooray. Excellent. And that's The One Better Thing. The One Better Thing.
All right.
Now, how can people find out more about your stuff? It's quite fantastic, mainly, isn't it?
Oh my god. Yeah, and I got to say something about it. Otherwise, we'll be like, Janelle, why didn't you say anything? Yeah, Quest Fantastic. Where's the tits? Woo! I'm so bad at remembering what these things are. Yes, we do podcasts. We're funny. Listen to our shit. Yep. We're called Quest Fantastic.
Beautiful. There's the soundbite if ever we need it. Get that on all the radio stations. We're the shit and the tits.
Yeah, that's right.
We do funny. Listen to it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Listen. You'll find a link in the description of this episode, along with the stuff about the OGT, including the Patreon and all the other stuff that we're doing. Jen and the Film Critic. It's all good stuff. Go ahead and listen to it. I'm Paulson to it.
I'm Nell Heald. I can't remember what I said. I was at the start, but that'll do.
That'll do. And remember, the one good thing about free falling is... I can't get it out of my head. It's just a movie, but mainly it's Denzel Washington and the ghost of Elia Kataeus as he dances around the movie. And Denzel Washington laughs in his face.
Bye.
Bye.